All right, so we're diving deep today into a movie that I think a lot of people have probably seen, but, maybe haven't thought about in a while. And it's a movie that really kind of, swept the awards shows back when it came out.
Yeah,
And we're talking about Shakespeare in Love,
like a classic.
the 1998 film. And you've brought some pretty interesting stuff about it. And I'm really kind of curious to see, like, what made this movie tick. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the biggest question about this film is how did a movie about like a fictional romance that inspired Romeo and Juliet win so many awards?
Yeah, like, it's not a biopic, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're not claiming that this,
Not at all.
it's totally a what-if story.
Yeah. So how did that resonate so well with people? I mean, you brought the Wikipedia page on this.
Right, exactly. We have the Wikipedia page, and it's a great source for this film.
Yeah.
And it really dives into the plot, the production, all the accolades it got.
So let's get into the plot a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
The movie starts in 1593 in London.
yeah, London's 1593. Shakespeare's like a young up-and-coming playwright.
A young Will Shakespeare.
Yeah, he's working with Philip Henslowe, who's this like theater impresario.
And he's...
And Henslowe is in debt to this guy Fennyman.
So he needs a hit.
He needs a hit, and he's like promising Fennyman, all these profits from Shakespeare's new play.
Which at the time was called.
Yeah, which at the time was Romeo and Ethel, the Pirate's Daughter.
Oh, my goodness.
It's quite a different title than what we know.
Yeah, so not exactly a masterpiece at this point.
Not yet.
So Shakespeare's having writer's block, and the movie says that he really needs...
Yeah, he needs a muse.
He needs like a
inspiration.
lady to inspire him.
That's right.
Yeah. And then we have Viola de Lesseps, who is
A noblewoman.
a noblewoman, right?
So like way above Shakespeare's social standing,
And she secretly loves theater.
which is forbidden to women.
Oh, she
At that.
she can't do theater.
No.
But she's a huge fan of Shakespeare.
Yeah, she loves his sonnets.
Wow, so there's already that connection?
Yeah, even before they meet.
Yeah.
She's like a fan.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So we also have another playwright in the movie.
Christopher Marlowe. Yeah.
He's kind of like a
Like a mentor almost to Shakespeare.
mentor. Yeah, he gives him like the idea for the play.
Yeah, he kind of sparks that initial
Oh, wow, that's cool.
inspiration for Romeo and Juliet.
I like that little detail there.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Okay, so then we get into auditions, right?
Right.
Viola disguises herself as a man.
Yeah, she calls herself Thomas Kent
Thomas Kent.
to audition.
Oh, wow. And Shakespeare's blown away
He's like, who is this guy?
by this performance.
Yeah, he's so good, he's got to meet him.
Wow. And then he goes to find him, and he ends up,
At the de Lesseps
oh,
estate.
my goodness, at her house.
Yeah, and he finds out that Thomas Kent is actually Viola.
Oh, that's so funny.
The classic Shakespearean, like, disguise trope.
Yeah.
It's very fitting for this movie.
And meanwhile, Viola's parents, they're trying to marry her off to this Lord
Wessex.
Wessex, who just wants her family's money.
Right, he's like a broke nobleman who needs to marry rich.
Okay, so now we've got the love triangle thing going on.
Right, it's a very complicated situation.
They'll meet at a ball, right?
Yeah, they have this big ball at the de Lesseps house.
And Viola and Shakespeare are
Totally smitten with each other.
totally smitten. You can see the sparks flying.
Yeah, and then Lord Wessex, he sees this and he's not happy about it.
No, he sees them flirting and he's like, oh.
And then Shakespeare, to avoid a confrontation with Lord Wessex,
He pretends to be Marlowe.
he says he's Marlowe. Oh, it's so funny.
That's so clever.
I love that.
Yeah, he's like quick on his feet,
Yeah.
thinking fast.
So, Shakespeare's just head over heels for Viola.
Mm-hmm.
He starts sending her love letters, but he's sending them to
To Thomas Kent.
Thomas Kent.
Because he doesn't know it's Viola yet.
Right.
And she's keeping up the charade for a little bit.
Wait, what?
Maybe to see how serious he is.
Yeah, test his feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she finally reveals that Thomas Kent is actually her.
Yeah, the truth comes out.
Oh my goodness, what a reveal.
I know.
And their relationship starts to really inspire the play.
Right, their forbidden love.
Yeah.
The drama of it all starts feeding into Romeo and Juliet.
Right, because Romeo and Juliet is the pretty dramatic play.
Exactly. It's like life imitating art or art imitating life.
Yeah, yeah. That's so cool.
It all kind of blends together.
And they have a bit of a problem, though.
What's that?
They don't have enough actors.
Oh, yeah. There's a shortage of actors.
But luckily,
Ned Allen comes back to town.
Ned Allen comes back to town
With the Admiral's men.
with all these great actors.
Yeah, and they can finally start rehearsing.
And even Fennyman, the guy who was just in it for the money he starts to get,
He gets drawn into the story.
he gets drawn in.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Wow. So the play really is starting to come together.
It's all coming together.
But then the hammer drops.
What happened?
They find out that Viola's a woman.
Oh, no.
And she's banned from the theater.
You can't have women on stage at that time.
Oh, wow. So they shut the whole theater down.
And shut the whole thing down.
Oh.
But luckily, Richard Burbage,
Another theater owner.
yeah, who's kind of a rival to Henslow.
He steps in.
Yeah, he offers them his theater.
Oh, what a nice guy.
So he's like, come on over, you can do your play here.
Wow. The show must go on.
Exactly.
So Viola gets married to Lord Wessex.
Yeah, the wedding day arrives.
But on that same day, Shakespeare's getting ready to open Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, the premiere is happening.
And he decides to play Romeo himself.
Because Viola's not there to play Juliet.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's like, I'll do it.
Wow, so much drama.
I know.
And then Viola, she just can't stay away.
He leaves her husband.
She leaves her husband to go to the play.
Yeah, she's drawn back to the theater.
And the actor playing Juliet is...
Well, same.
He's missing.
Can't find him.
So Viola's...
Steps in to play Juliet.
She plays Juliet.
Yeah, opposite Shakespeare as Romeo.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
I know.
So they're finally together on stage.
Performing this love story.
But everyone sees that she's a woman.
Right. Her secret's out.
And they could all get in huge trouble.
Yeah, it's a big risk.
But guess who's in the audience?
Who?
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth herself.
And she just declares that Viola's a man.
Yeah, she's like, I say this person's a man, so it's fine.
She saves the day.
She saves the day, and she loves the play.
And she commissions Shakespeare to write a comedy.
She's like, I need a good laugh. Write me a comedy.
Wow. So Viola and Shakespeare, they're like talking about ideas for this comedy.
Right, and Viola suggests a plot.
Yeah.
About a woman who disguises herself as a man for love.
Oh, so that's where Twelfth Night comes from.
That's the inspiration, according to the movie.
I love that.
Yeah, it's very clever.
It's all tying together so beautifully.
Right.
But sadly, Viola, she has to go with Wessex.
Yeah, she can't stay with Shakespeare.
They can't be together.
No, but their love story, it inspired this great play.
Yeah, a masterpiece.
A masterpiece.
Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
It's incredible.
It's sad, though.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, you know?
It's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet, for sure.
Yeah.
So where was this movie filmed?
Well, a lot of it was shot at Broughton Castle.
Oh, Broughton Castle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
In England.
In England.
I'd love to see that someday.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so let's talk box office.
This movie was huge.
This movie made bank.
Yeah, it had a budget of $25 million.
Okay.
And it made over $100 million in the U.S. alone.
Wow.
And in Italy, it was the second highest grossing film of that, like, whole season.
The whole season.
1998 and 1999 season.
Wow, that's massive.
Yeah, people loved this movie.
That's amazing. And speaking of loving this movie, we got to talk about Judi Dench.
Judi Dench as Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, she was so good.
Iconic.
Right. She had just played Queen Victoria the year before.
Yeah, and Mrs. Brown.
And Mrs. Brown.
And she got nominated for an Oscar for that.
So she was already like...
Royalty, yeah. She knew how to play a queen.
Yeah, she was amazing.
And her performance in Shakespeare in Love, it just, like, elevates the whole film.
It does.
Even though she's not in it a ton.
Yeah.
Her scenes are so powerful.
Yeah, and the movie just cleaned up at the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
How many nominations?
13 nominations.
13 nominations.
And it won 7.
7 Oscars, including...
Best Picture.
Best Picture. Gwyneth Paltrow won Best Actress.
Right, for her role as Viola.
And Judi Dench, of course.
Best Supporting Actress.
Best Supporting Actress.
So Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. The screenplay won.
Best Original Screenplay.
Best Original Screenplay for Mark Norman and Tom Stoppard.
They did such a great job.
Yeah, and they won Best Art Direction.
Right, the sets and the costumes were amazing.
The costumes, yeah, they won for Best Costume Design.
Yeah.
The music.
Best Original Dramatic Score.
Amazing.
It's a beautiful score.
Yeah, so they really,
Swept the awards.
They swept the awards.
It's a very well-made film.
Okay, so Golden Globes.
They won 3 Golden Globes.
Including...
Best Motion Picture Comedy or Musical.
Okay.
Best Actress for Gwyneth Paltrow.
Again, for her role as a Viola.
Yeah, and Best Screenplay.
Wow.
They won for the screenplay again.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the BAFTAs?
Yeah, 3 BAFTAs as well.
Including...
Best Film.
Best Film.
Best Supporting Actress for Judi Dench.
There she is again.
And Best Editing.
Oh, wow. So it's really recognized for its technical aspects, too.
Yeah, the editing is really good in this film.
And the Screen Actors Guild Awards, they loved it.
Yeah, they gave it the award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast.
So the whole ensemble.
Yeah, recognizing everyone's work.
And Gwyneth Paltrow won again.
Yeah, an outstanding performance by a female actor.
And even the Berlin International Film Festival?
Yeah, they gave the Silver Bear for Best Script to Stoppard and Norman.
Wow. It's so
International recognition as well.
international recognition for this screenplay. That's amazing. And it's considered one of the greatest British films of the 20th century.
Yeah, the British Film Institute ranked it number 49
Wow.
on their list of the 100 greatest British films.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's definitely considered a classic.
So many awards. I mean,
So many.
it's really a testament to the quality of this film.
Yeah, it's a well-deserved win.
Yeah. So I guess to kind of sum up here, you know, Shakespeare in Love, it tells this fictional story
All right.
that's rooted in history.
Yeah, it's a great blend of history and fiction.
Yeah, and it gives us this kind of glimpse into what might have inspired Shakespeare to write Romeo and Juliet
To create this iconic tragedy.
and the success of the film.
The awards in the box office.
It really shows how much people connected with this story.
Yeah, people love a good love story.
Yeah, and the blend of comedy and drama.
Right, it's not just a straight romance.
It's got everything.
It's got laughs, it's got tears, it's got great performances.
Yeah, and I think a final thought for our listeners is this movie took a lot of creative liberties with the story.
Oh, yeah, it's not historically accurate at all.
Right, but it makes you think about, how much does the idea of a muse, like a person who inspires an artist,
right?
How much does that really affect the art?
Yeah, and how much of that is real versus imagined?
Yeah, like, do we need to believe that there was a real Viola?
To appreciate Romeo and Juliet?
To appreciate the art? Yeah, that's a great question.
I think it's something to think about.
Definitely food for thought.
For sure.
That's Shakespeare in Love. A deep dive into a really fascinating film.
A classic.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
Bye. Bye.